guys, welcome back to Exposed. And if I'm welcoming you back and you like it here, I'd love it if you stayed and subbed. I'm motoring today, I'm getting loads done. I'm making the most of the fact that I'm a bit clear-headed and I'm awake. So this is the last one I have to do until she starts putting up what she pre-recorded to go up while she was on the family holiday that she doesn't want to go on. Anywho, the Luxury Investment Guide. Smart Luxury. Shall we jump in?
Hey guys, today we're going to go over a luxury investment guide. So these are things that I think if you were to ask me just in conversation as a friend, what are some of my best purchases? What are the things that are worth the money? You'll notice that my Hermes Birkin is not on here, my Oran Hermes sandals. There's a lot of things that I did pay a lot of money for, but they're not necessarily the things that give me the highest end feeling or the big luxury feeling. There are many things that do that for me, and one of those is my Ideal Diamonds. So today I tried
being sponsored by Ideal Diamonds. And if I've said it once, I've said it a million times. It's Idle. That spells Idle, not ideal.
to put on a little bit of a different combo because every time I show you my Ideal Diamonds, I'm usually wearing the Paris on both ears.
That reminds me of like cartoons or things back in the day on the telly here where they'd have a face and then a pretend mouth would start talking. What happened there? Right, should we go back to the beginning and let us start again? Hang on. Push you there, push you back. Right.
Hey guys, today we're going to go over a luxury investment guide. So these are things that I think if you were to ask me just in conversation as a friend, what are some of my best purchases? What are the things that are worth the money? You'll notice that my Hermes Birkin is not on here, my Oran Hermes sandals. There's a lot of things that I did pay a lot of money for, but they're not necessarily the things that give me the highest end feeling or the big luxury feeling. There are many things that do that for me, and one of those is my Ideal Diamonds. So today I tried to put on a little bit of a different combo because every time I show you my Ideal Diamonds, I'm usually wearing the Paris on both ears, and I'll put exactly what I usually wear down below. I forget the names. But today I wanted to mix it up just a little bit so that you could see that there are so many possibilities. And if you're like me, each day I have kind of like a different vibe. I guess it's emotional dressing, or some days I just want to feel extra fancy and luxurious. Other days I'm kind of in that model off duty, maybe more of the chic, all black look.
Lisa, everybody chooses what jewellery to put on by how they're feeling each day. Have I got time to put earrings in? Can I be asked putting earrings in? What are my go-to earrings? What haven't I worn for a while? She makes it sound like we don't know what we're doing out here. If it wasn't for her, we wouldn't know how to get dressed.
Some days I'm in a cozy, sweater feeling kind of mood. I'm never really in a sporty mood.
What's happening
that
here?
Never really happens. But you could even wear these in your sporty mood. And when I travel, I take these with
Why is he doing that?
me because I know no matter what I wear, even if I'm going to an event and I'm dressing up for like a big gala party, I can wear these. During the day, I can wear these. They go with
something weird going on here.
Hey guys, today we're going to go over a luxury investment guide.
Right, I'm just going to whiz it on a bit, so ignore it.
Conversation as a friend, what are some of my best purchases?
So I get to where we were.
You'll notice that my Hermes Birkin is not on here, my Oran Hermes sandals. There's a lot of things that I did pay a lot of money for, but they're not necessarily the things that give me the highest end feeling or the big luxury feeling. There are many things that do that for me, and one of those is my Ideal Diamonds. So today I tried to put on a little bit of a different combo because every time I show you my Ideal Diamonds, I'm usually wearing the Paris on both ears, and I'll put exactly what I usually wear down below. I forget the names. But today I wanted to mix it up just a little bit so that you could see that there are so many possibilities. And if you're like me, each day I have kind of like a different vibe. I guess it's emotional dressing, or some days I just want to feel extra fancy and luxurious. Other days I'm kind of in that model off duty, maybe more of the chic, all black look. Some days I'm in a cozy, sweater feeling kind of mood. I'm never really in a sporty mood. That never really happens. But you could even wear these in your sporty mood. And when I travel, I take these with me because I know no matter what I wear, even if I'm going to an event and I'm dressing up for like a big gala party, I can wear these. During the day, I can wear these. They go with everything. They kind of go with my vibe because they're quality pieces, honest. They make them, it's a very...
She makes me laugh. She hasn't said yet that this is sponsored by them, has she? But we know it is because she's going into minute detail. But what's making me laugh? What was I going to say? Now it's gone. I hate it when that happens. Yeah, she's acting like nobody else in the universe, has diamond earrings. Just because she never got them until recently, and only because they sent them to her, she's like, oh, this is how I wear my diamond earrings. People have been wearing them long before you, and they know what they're doing with them. They don't need you telling them. What does that say? Hang on, out comes the microscope, I was going to say then. Magnifier. Laugh loudly, live over the top. There's no such thing as too much. It depends on what you're talking about.
Small company, they source the top 1% of the lab created diamonds, so the quality is there. They're so sparkly, you will not even ever, like honestly, I showed these to my friend Tracy when she was here in town, and I said, these are my ideal diamonds, and she says, oh my God.
These are my ideal diamonds. What the fuck? You were trying to outdo her, weren't you? Oh, but I wear diamonds. Oh! Day by day. I've got my sweet Lord in my head. These things I pray. Will you stop being such a condescending twat? Lots of people have diamonds and do not look down their fucking noses at those who don't. She looks like a fucking... She looks like... Right, take her face away. Just look at her mouth. She looks like Little Poet's dog. Little Desi. With his underbite or whatever it is. Horrible person. I don't like you, Lisa. I don't think I'd ever want to spend any time with you. And you call me pathetic.
They make them, it's a very small company. They source the top 1% of the lab created diamonds, so the quality is there. They're so sparkly, you will not even ever, like honestly, I showed these to my friend Tracy when she was here in town, and I said, these are my ideal diamonds, and she says, oh my gosh, like she acted so surprised that they looked so pretty. I never even think about the fact that they're lab created diamonds, so, and just these make my heart sing. They really do. And just don't think you have to wear them like I do. Like this could go on your second hole. Honestly, these make me want more, but I just know I better stop. These are number one. These are number one with me. Number two, investment that I would suggest, I love my initial diamond necklace. I just think it is so classy. It's got a little bit of edginess, a little bit of chic. Okay, I told you that story too about she's my second cousin, my dad's cousin, and just so classy. Think of like Carolyn Bessette Kennedy or someone like that that's just so classy. She has blonde hair, blue eyes, very fair skin, and I would always see her in the summer at the beach at like our family beach house. She always had on diamond earrings. I always remember that, and I've just always loved just it's kind of like closing the book, end of stories. If you have diamond earrings on, you're set. So it's still a true value, but it...
So why did you never fucking buy any? Have you really not got the money to buy decent diamond earrings? You had to wait until some company offered you them. Yet you'll waste money on fucking nonsense. but you won't invest your money into something that can be passed down and sold in an emergency. Said to Tech Help, I'm going to get post-it notes or something, and I'll point out what was costume jewellery and what's worth something, and if they ever, the two of them, get in a bind where they need some money, is to not think of the fucking emotional connection, whatever, just sell the damn thing.
It's very ethical, and because these are modular, you can switch it up to any mood that you're in for the day. So it's a true value and luxurious feeling. And the reason I really like them is I feel like, gosh, they're such a small, nice, honest company. Even when I work with them, and I have been for the past, I would say, almost 2 years, they're very easy to work with. They're very, very particular in their quality. And I think that it's great that they are providing these beautiful, timeless, everyday pieces.
Is she actually going to say at some point that this is sponsored by Ideal Diamonds? Because she's been talking about them for nearly 4 minutes now. And we all know she wouldn't be doing that unless she's getting paid for it. I don't trust you, Lisa.
Is to people like me, where I can have a whole ear stacked with diamonds and I probably wouldn't have before. So this would definitely be number 1 in my list for jewelry. I love these, and I've got so many other necklaces too that you guys might prefer. I don't know, I'm just kind of partial to, of course, I've got my other earring. Oh, you know what too? They're in all solid gold, so you don't have to take them off. I'm trying to learn how to sleep with mine. Tracy said she sleeps with her earrings and she has like a big sleep mask that kind of goes over. I might try that. But here, let me show you this up close. How pretty it is. See how sparkly and pretty they are? And then this necklace is a very, very popular one. A lot of the celebrities love this one, but I just always come back to this. I do like this one though too. Ooh,
of course you do, because it's got an L on it and you're a narc.
I like them all. I like them all. It just depends on what your style is. And, with a good price, you can get more than one. This one, the diamond, you can do it vertical or horizontal. And I think that...
When did you last wash them? They look as dull as fuck.
That's cool. The versatility is definitely there. And then the classic diamond stud. Okay, this might be a good one to start out with too. Okay, so you can see, I love them all. They're very, I don't know, they make you feel special when you have them on. Plus, it's something that not everyone has. It gives you that chic but cool look. I just love them. And it doesn't...
It's not something that everyone has. Here we go, looking down our nose again.
Matter where I'm going. So thank you to Ideal Diamonds for partnering with me.
Ah,
thank you for
finally
thinking of me. And I really feel good. If any of you get these pieces, that you will love them. You will enjoy them. Okay, so I've got my list here. I have made so many lists. This is such a hard thing. So I started out with the diamonds, and then another few things that I would say are my favorite jewelry pieces. One, my golden tiger ring. And that is because he's vibey, he's big, he's gold. I'm a gold girl. It's kind of like that.
He's a copy.
Vintage look that I love, and he just looks luxe to me. Another one I like is the wolf ring. That is another one by Aaron Fader. I'll list everything down below. My vintage rings that my parents have given me, I would wear those more, but every time I wear one of those rings, you guys, I get so many questions, and it will be years later.
Yes, but all you have to say is, my parents bought it for me in a fucking yard sale or whatever. You list everything at the bottom of your fucking videos. So why can't you just put that?
Later, and someone watches my video and then they DM me, and it just causes confusion. So I wear those on the weekends, and sometimes I take them out of town. That's kind of like the value in these too. Even though they're valuable, they're beautiful, they're high end, they're beautiful diamonds, they're not such a big sentimental investment piece that you're worried you're going to lose them. So that happens a lot too. My Rolex, this was an investment. They're not easy to buy. Luckily, I found this one at a resale shop. It was worth the money. It was worth the money, but I find myself, I left it in my hotel room one time. I know. It made my stomach turn when I thought about it. Luckily, I realized it when I got to the airport, and I had made friends with one of like a concierge guy. I had left my sunglasses. I had set all my little accessories out for the next day and then left them sitting all right there. Perfume, Rolex, and sunglasses, I believe. And so that scared me really bad. So, okay, my vintage rings, my wolf ring.
That scared me really bad. But I thought you could just buy it again.
My Chanel necklace, my long, traditional, pearl, classic Chanel necklace. I don't think you'll ever regret that. I really don't.
How come we've never seen you wear it though? I think this is the only time she's ever worn it.
It's just, even if it's not in style, it's a Chanel necklace. It's kind of like the earrings. That's what I'm talking about. Are those things that you might pay up for a little bit, but you can wear them for the rest of your life and they're going to look good. And it is true. There are things that are worth paying the big bucks for. And my brooches. I have a Chanel brooch, a Gucci brooch, and that one I got off of eBay that is the Salvatore Ferragamo, that shoe that I want and I can't get because I just know I'll never wear them. One day I might get those just to look at. But those brooches, I think, are a good investment because you can put them on a blazer, on a sweater, on a bag, and then you just get that look. And they do feel fancy. They do feel luxurious. They do give you that.
What gets me, right, is she'll pay up, as she says, the big bucks for these things, and then she won't fucking look after them. She's got earrings chucked in there on top of the brooch with a watch. Is it a Rolex? Isn't it supposed to be on one of them stupid things that never stops moving? In some sort of open top box thing that's in a drawer. Rather than buy a fucking armoire, stick it in your closet and have all your jewellery in there. Clean it after you've worn it and put it back so it's ready for when you want to use it again. And you can see everything. No. I'll hang this thing on a horse. I'll shove this thing in an ashtray. I'll put that in a drawer somewhere. And then she never knows what she has. She can't fucking find anything. If she had it all in one place and just opened a door or a fucking, like I've got, that full length. See, it's another mirror. You could have another mirror in the room, but with all your jewellery inside. Give up.
That feeling. Okay, the next thing is sunglasses. They don't necessarily have to be high end, but it's hard to get that feeling from an Amazon pair of sunglasses. I will say brands like, this one is Apercu, and what are some other ones that are, one of my favorite pair of sunglasses ever are Key, but they were limited edition. They're those Paris Hilton Still Rich. So I just think there is a different feeling. The Amazon sunglasses, they serve their purpose. You throw them in your bag, you wear them to the pool, it doesn't matter, but they don't give you that same feeling like a good pair of designer sunglasses. These
sunglasses are supposed to help your eyes not get burnt by the sun rays, and so that you can see things without squinting like I've had to do my entire life. It's not about how it makes you feel. Can you imagine? But that's why she doesn't. I was going to say, can you imagine if she had to wear actually seeing glasses? She'd have to have 9,000 pairs of them, wouldn't she? Because she couldn't just have one.
just have that really cool vibe. I love the whole vintage thing. I've told you about these so many times, but they're literally,
You know, I love the whole vintage thing. You've only recently decided you love the whole vintage thing.
right now my favorites, and they are the Chloe. Don't forget about looking at like Nordstrom Rack and Saks Off Fifth. They always have just fabulous sunglasses. These are an older pair of Chloe that I love. See, they're just unique and they feel good. Chanel sunglasses feel good, and so do Louis Vuitton, but I wouldn't tell you to run right out and get those because I think those give me that same feeling. It's more like the style. It's kind of like that celebrity look. I like how when you can see your eyes through it. I like the old, the Bridget Bardot look. That's just what gives me that feeling. And I know when I do have a pair of like the Amazon or really cheap sunglasses and they feel like real plasticky, it's not the same.
Really cheap. Really cheap. Cheap, cheap, cheap. Yet you fucking went on and on and on and on about the Amazon sunglasses, telling everyone to buy it. Because it's handy, isn't it? When somebody goes on Amazon and they click something from your link and then they do a shop and then they see other things, you get a kickback from everything. But of course you'd never say that, would you? Yeah, you just show the cheap sunglasses hoping that they'll lead to a much bigger purchase, and then you can sit back with your affiliate link money and buy the expensive ones. Twat.
Okay, suits and blazers. I had to link these into one because I had so many things here. I love a suit. I love it. I love a matching set, but a suit is the epitome of a matching set. There is a difference. There is. I think all day long, if you invest in a Veronica Beard suit, you will never regret it. I have, I think, 4 of them, and I will never get rid of them because they're timeless. They fit so nicely. I have gotten other versions of the same look. It's not the same. It's not the same stitching detail. It's not the same weight of fabric. There's something about the way like a seam and a shoulder pad and all of that is done. The buttons, the color of the gold on the buttons, the way the pants fit. And, many, many times I have gotten suits from Zara and Mango. I think about that white one I had when I went to Vegas. And I loved it, and we went out that night, and I even had on, I think I had on those Key sunglasses. I was feeling amazing, having that Vegas moment. We were going to a show, and then we drove out to the Vegas sign. As soon as I got in it was kind of like a limousine Uber type thing. It was a big group of us. My zipper, as soon as I sat in, they were brand new pants, my zipper busted open. So luckily when we got there, Jill, one of the girls that's a sweetheart, she fixed it. She had like enough stuff in her purse. I think she safety pinned them together, and I was able to wear them for the rest of the night. But it's just, I've tried and tried. And okay, now let's go on to blazers. There is no...
I've tried and tried what? Just because a zip broke once, way to throw, who was it, Zara, under the bus? Didn't you used to be a Zara affiliate? Weren't you pushing all their shite all the time? Whenever I go anywhere, I have to go in a Zara. Oh, do you know?
No comparison. No comparison. The closest you will ever get is a one-off Zara piece that is better quality than most. Every once in a while, Mango might have one. But all day, every day, the best quality, kind of like the diamonds, that looks like designer and is even less than the Veronica Beard is going to be your Aritzia. The standout blazer and the Vogue blazer, the standout blazer especially because it's kind of fitted, it fits like a Balmain blazer. I have Balmain, I have Chanel. Now Chanel, that is a major investment. But let me get my blazer. Hold on, let me show you something that Chanel does that's extra special. Okay, complete with a piece of my hair. Okay, so this is size 40. I do like to size up in most things. I do not like any binding whatsoever. So this fits nicely. I think I wore it for Thanksgiving last year. But the buttons are one of a kind. They're never made again. Like each jacket and the buttons are never repeated. And then look at this. There is a chain around the whole bottom of the jacket. That makes it, when you put it on, you know that feeling I always talk about when you slip on something and you're in it and it feels so good. I'm just a sucker for things like that. The whole flow, the weight, how something feels when you have it on. This is that. But you will invest in these. And they're timeless. It is timeless. This will never go out of style. So it's not like I don't think this is worth it, but I think a great step towards that direction is the Aritzia.
Oh, because we couldn't possibly afford a Chanel jacket. We need to step up slowly, don't we? And buy the crap Zara ones first, and then go on to something else, and then a Veronica Beard, and then something else, and then maybe a Chanel. She's such a kind, nice lady, really.
And then if you want to take another big step, the Gucci. The Gucci blazers, they're this thick canvas, and when you put them on, you have that feeling like it's almost like you're in a car, or you're in the blazer. You put it on and your body just moves in it. It just feels so good. It's the YSL blazers, I would say, are not as sturdy, but you get a different look. But blazers are worth it, and they're timeless. And that is one of those pieces that, like, I just got into ready to wear. I bought some jeans and different things. Jeans are not on this list. I think you can buy a really cool, good looking pair of jeans at Gap or J. Crew or something like that. So I would not invest. I just do it because this is my thing, and I'm a fashion lover, and this is what I do. But as far as an investment, the jackets and the blazers and the suits, they're just good because you can wear them. For the blazer, you can wear over and over and over again, even if you buy a suit.
Really?
And then like the Gucci and the Balmain and all of that, you can just, like, you could wear it every day because it's like your jacket or your coat or your sport coat. So that, I think, is a really good investment. Don't forget to look on Poshmark, on the Real Fashion File, because people like me, we get rid of some of our stuff because we're getting new stuff in. We know we're going to keep wanting new stuff, and that's just the way it is. So don't think that everybody's trying to scam you or something's wrong with every piece, because there's people like me out there that just would rather someone else get it at a good price and be able to enjoy it. Okay, vintage furs. I love a good, really good quality faux fur. I always will. I've got, I don't know how many of them upstairs, but last year I walked into it's like a resale place, but it's actually like a thrift store. And there was a vintage fur coat, a red fox. I have never looked back. It's so old. There's one, when I was coming back, I was on the airplane and I saw where my sleeves need to be mended, and it broke my heart. And then I was hooked.
It broke your heart that the seam in your jacket needed to be mended. It broke your heart. Vintage
furs. So they've been around a long time. A lot of people are selling them. I got one off Poshmark. It was the lady's mom. She was so happy I was getting it and giving it new life and appreciating it. They are amazing. And there's just something about it. Even though it has someone's initials in it, I don't want to cover that up. I like that. There is just like a story to it, and I would rather have a vintage one all the way around. Then I do like the faux furs, but the vintage furs are just amazing, and talk about feeling like a movie star. I mean, you just feel like, I'll never forget that picture of Lauren Hutton with that red fox on. That's the first thing I thought of. And I think I paid, what did I pay, $50 or something for that? Something crazy. Okay, fragrance. I had to put this in there because fragrance is a big deal to me. Today I'm wearing the Mason with the MFK Kirky. That has been just a go-to. That and the Jo Malone raspberry.
See what I'm saying about her jewellery? Look. all thrown on a plate. Alright, most of it's fucking costume jewellery, so it doesn't matter, but still. How do you look at that pile of shite and know what to pick out of it?
Swirl, I think, raspberry ripple. Those two are like it is like the perfect combination of a little bit gourmand, a little bit sweet, but a sexy base. Both of them. Of course, I like, the Chanel fragrances and stuff like that, but those two I feel really good about you investing in. And the Jo Malone, you can get the small bottle for under $100.
Oh,
so I think that's a
wow.
great investment. I also really feel luxurious and all the things when I wear the Victoria Beckham. But you can get her little, I get them over and over. I think I've gotten 3 of them. The little sets that it's the little mini travel sprays. I would suggest trying that before you decide which one. I like them all. Sometimes I feel like I like the yellow one. I feel like I like the white one. Then I like the black one. And then in the summer, I like the blue one, the Portofino. And you get to test them all. And it is a cut above for sure. And then if you don't want to get a fragrance, you don't want to invest, get a hand cream or a shower gel like my Chanel, I think it's Mademoiselle shower gel. I just had it in my favorites. The other night I was in the shower and I was just like washing off the day, resetting my nervous system. It had been a long day and I looked down, I was picking out which shower gel I wanted and I was like, ooh, tonight is a Chanel night. So I scrubbed up with the Chanel shower gel, and when I got out, you won't believe this, but I did not put body lotion on. I just put on my silky new pajamas. I think they were the green ones from Victoria's Secret, which I do think I don't know if that's like a high-end luxury investment, but they are worth the money, and they do make you feel that luxury feeling, especially even that color combination does. And because I hadn't put on a lotion, I could still really smell that Chanel on my skin. I love it. I love it. I'm watching TV with John in the bed. He's sensitive to fragrance. He doesn't smell it, but I do. And it gives me that feeling. So that and bedding, that's another thing that I think is worth it. Like I have all linen bedding, but you can find it at different price points. Everything, like the Ideal Diamonds, we're able to get things now.
I wouldn't call linen luxury. It's probably expensive, but I wouldn't call it a luxury bedding item. Surely silk sheets are more luxury than linen.
Now, especially when we are able to get it right from the source and it's probably the whole ordering things. We don't have to get it from the department store. We just order it straight from the manufacturer. And so don't forget about your bedding. See, this is what happens. I go off on different things. So hand soap. You know how I am about the Byredo Rose hand soap? I smelled that in a fancy store when I was away on a Colleen Rothschild trip. I have never looked back. I think I've gone through 3 of them. The Byredo Ball de Freak. I use that hand cream and I use the shower gel. And there's something else that just flashed through. Oh, I did get the Victoria Beckham like little kit of hand lotions. That's another thing you could do. That's just a really good way, kind of like test things out and get that little bit of a luxury feeling. Okay, I had to throw in my artwork, and my lamps. Art or lamps, preferably both. They do not have to be very high.
Art. She's showing us a pop-up pirate lamp. Remember the first time somebody said that? It was like, yeah, I can't see anything else now when I look at it. Pop-up pirate!
High-end expensive, but make sure they feel, if this is the feeling that you're going for, like I am, I love something, when I look at it, it gives me that luxury feeling, like my Bridget. Like even this picture over here above John's dresser, it wasn't crazy expensive, but it still gives me that feeling. It's like me, it's my personality. This crazy lamp, I love that. I love my black lamps on my nightstands, and I love, love, love my lamp.
My. Everything's mine, isn't it, Lisa? My lamps, my bedside tables, my bedroom, my walls. Okay, Queenie.
Lamps upstairs, all three of them. One of my greatest joys is getting up in the morning, especially in the fall when it's dark and I'm getting ready to see that beautiful sunrise. I turn on the lamp on Brooke's desk, which is like that rock that goes with that whole Ibiza look. Then I turn on the Jonathan
Ibiza.
Adler lamp, which is so much fun. It's like jewelry. And then I turn on the one by my desk that's that purple glass, and that just makes me feel luxurious and it makes me feel happy and fancy. It's a good investment, all the things. Okay, handbags. This is a whole video. And there's so many things, you guys. Like there's the advice I could give you of just starting with a card holder. I could say this is the one that's most user friendly. I could say this is the one I get the most compliments on. I mean, it goes on and on. There are ones that are so special, like my Chanel camera, the one that's literally looks like a camera. But if I had to say the most iconic, timeless handbag is going to be a black, I like the lambskin. I know the caviar is more durable and I love my little new caviar black bag. There's something about either the shiny, like my 22, I'll put a picture of it in here, or the lambskin with the gold hardware. Now I have the caviar flap classic medium with the silver hardware. That's really cool. It's very classic, it's very chic, it's very model off duty, but it's not, doesn't give me that luxurious just vibe.
Doesn't give you that vibey. Ugh. This is just one big bragathon, isn't it? Oh, look what I've got, but you haven't.
Maybe old Hollywood, cover of Vogue in the 70s kind of feeling. Every time, all day long, it is a combination of black and gold. I can also get that feeling like with my YSL. The box bag is the epitome. Fendi does a lot of black and gold. Gucci does black and gold. Chanel would be probably your biggest investment, but you can get bags like, let me show you this one. Like this one it was half the price, brand new, of a flap bag, because it's just the traditional flaps are going to be more expensive. And I wanted the traditional flap, but they will not ship it to you. You've got to be in store to get those. So I remember I ordered this and it is one of my all-time favorite bags. I think this is my mom's favorite Chanel bag of mine, but it is the gold hardware. This one has the chain around the bottom, which I didn't know was going to make such an impact, because you can wear this bag crossbody. And when
shit.
you do, you really see that chain. There is just something about the gold chain. It's just beautiful. And I don't want to, lambskin is going to get worn in a little bit quicker, but I kind of like that. I think that's what, even a pair of boots, like Kate boots, Chloe boots. I don't know if I've got those.
Do you even know what worn in means, Lisa? You were going on about them boots you had that were, they were wrecked and there was nothing wrong with them. Oh, I'm not precious about my bags. You can just drag it behind the car. Yeah. Then she's whinging and whining if anything looks out of place, and she's microfibering everything. Yeah. Talk about, what's the word? My eyes are burning now. I've been sat here this long watching her. I'm sick of it. She just contradicts herself all the time. All the time. And thinks we don't remember. She thinks we remember the shit we've got no interest in and forget all the lies she tells. But it's the other way round, dopey.
It's coming up, I do. But even the way they get crinkled when I'm walking, it just shows that they're good leather. And honestly, I've said this before, if I could have any bag in the world right now that I want, it would be a Birkin 35 black with gold hardware, and I would preferably like it used. Not beat up like Olsen beat up, but just a little bit of edge on it, so I could just use it and not worry about it. That would be the bag I would want. So all day, every day, a black Chanel. If you are a
You've already got a Birkin. Why don't you just use it, use it, use it?
person that does not wear black, I don't know, because I'm not that person. Oh my gosh. I would get like a burgundy wine kind of color. And then Gucci does that in the best way. Okay, so I had written down Dior with the black and gold. I forgot all about that. That bag that, what is it called? I always want to call it, it's the black and gold one. I'll put an annotation down here. But I love the way it writes out in gold, Christian Dior. It's kind of vintage looking, and I think that's what I associate with timeless.
No, you just like it so that you can brag you've got a Dior bag.
And luxury. So the Dior black and gold, the Chanel black and gold, Chloe, their bags are so worth the money. The leather is amazing. It is so beautiful. And the hardware is beautiful. I don't think you'll regret a Chloe bag, and they're not quite as expensive. And like all the ones I have are very, very user friendly. And then YSL. I think the YSL really has some beautiful black and gold bags. And even my little, you can't get it anymore. It was like a toy size, my little ivory one with the gold hardware. I do like the whole cream and gold too. That's a different thing. Okay, number 8, I think I'm on here. Cashmere sweaters. I know I talk about this all the time, but it's worth it. It's worth it. And here again, we've got so many companies making them very accessible. But I'm going to tell you the ones that I think you're going to pay more for, but they're a different quality. And that is the Jenny Kane. Hers are the best. I've gotten the Reformation.
Jenny Kane. The last video I did, you were raving about Lily Silk.
And they're nice too, but they're not as soft as the Jenny Kane. The Lily Silk, oh my gosh, those cardigans and that brushed cashmere fuzzy gray one I have, you will never want to take it off. J. Crew, I mean, there's so many price points to the cashmere, but I do think it makes a difference. And then, one of my biggest luxuries ever is my oversized J. Crew cashmere wrap. I sleep with one, and then I have one for travel, and I use it constantly. I would be lost without that. I would have to replace it immediately, because when I go out of town, I use it to get snuggly with, and then I use it when I go downstairs for breakfast. If it's too cold, I use it on the plane. It's just a must-have, and what a great gift you could get for someone for Christmas or a birthday or something. Okay, so here we are, boots. I am so into boots right now. You guys, I have boots everywhere. And there are so many price points. And I've told you that I don't think some boots are just not worth the investment, but some are so, so worth it. Like my Kate boots, my Chloe boots, my Acne Studios boots. I will list all of these things down below, but they just fit your foot differently. I don't know what it is. First of all leathers are not equal. So when you're going from a faux leather to a leather, that's a step up. But I made the mistake of thinking that was going to make all of the leather boots look luxurious and feel luxurious. It doesn't. They don't wear the same. It's a certain type of leather that they use. I'm not even sure. But I know my Chloe, my Kate, and my Acne Studios boots have a different look. They just get that perfect like creases and worn in look. They almost mold to your foot. They're worth it. They are, even if you just got one pair. And like my Chloe ones that I love so much with the funky heel, those went on sale. So if you really want...
Was it Sassy and Bobber? I don't know which one's what, because they both look the same. But has one gone to clean the other one?
Watch out. You can get a lot of this stuff on sale, but I just think they're worth it. Okay, and YSL. I had written my YSL boots down here too. I have 2 pair of the ankle boots, and these are what I replaced sneakers with. Notice there's no Golden Goose on here. I mean, my favorite high-end sneakers ever to this day were my Gucci's, and they don't even sell them anymore. They sell the style, they just don't sell the colors, but I'll even put the style that I'm talking about. Those are my...
It's the style. Does it matter about the colour? It's the style that makes them comfortable. Oh no, it's all about the Gucci print so people know you've paid a lot. Silly me. Are we nearly done yet?
Only really comfortable sneakers. The other ones, boots are more comfortable. I mean, I walked all over New York with those YSL boots on. And there's just something about walking with a little bit of a heel that I think is better for your back. I don't know. It just made me feel better. Okay, and when I was talking about cashmere socks, I would have never thought that I would love cashmere socks so much, but they are divine. You know, I just got those cashmere blend tights too, so we'll see how they are. Okay, number 10, and this was something I had to put in here. All of you may not like it, but this is my things that I have been so happy to invest in, and that is Diane von Furstenberg dresses. This one I got off of either eBay or Poshmark. I would say I've probably bought an equal amount from the store and then from from The Real Real, Poshmark, Fashion File, and eBay. A lot of mine are too big now. And I don't only have the wrap dresses, though those are my favorite, and I think those are the most timeless. Figure flattering on everyone, timeless and iconic. Any iconic may be the word here. It may be the word.
Wow. She doesn't look anything like that now, does she?
I'm looking for. Yes, iconic. All these things are iconic as far as their brands. And Diane von Furstenberg dresses, her wrap dresses are just amazing. You will feel good every time. You can wear it out to dinner. You can wear it to a business meeting. You can put those boots on and have that cool girl vibe.
I can't even talk now, I'm that tired. Diane von what's her name? Did she do the dresses for Sex in the City? Is that why she's so up her hole? Who oh, whatever, I'll look it up myself afterwards. I just can't form a sentence at the moment.
You can put your boots on and have that kind of model off duty. And I just think I love the whole concept. And then another dress company that I really, every time I've invested in a dress from Reformation, from when they first came out years ago, I wore one or two of them to Miami. And then I got, I think I got three or four of them this year. And that's what I wore, I think, last time when I was in New York, I wore all Reformation dresses. And there are some that are similar and will give you a similar look. They don't feel the same, they don't have as many details, and they're just not made the same. They're worth it, and they're not quite as expensive as the DBF, and they're just good. They're unique, they're just made really well. Matter of fact, out of all the things I've ever gotten from Reformation, I've gotten boots, I've gotten sweaters, I've gotten jeans. I don't know if I've ever gotten a top. I think I have, yes. Matter of fact, I returned several that you guys didn't even see because they weren't even worth it. It's the dresses. They are what's worth it. So I think that wraps it up here. I hope that I helped you choose something to start your luxury collection or add to it. Thank you to Ideal Diamonds for partnering with me and flattering me to send me these things. I really appreciate it. So all links and all codes will be below and the name of everything that I have on. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Bye-bye.
I think this has to be one of the worst videos she's ever made, and she's made some doozies. Anyway, we got to the end, folks. If you got there with me, thank you very much, and I will see you in the next one.